Hey guys. Anyway, so today I am going to be doing a storytime video. I mentioned something like this in my 50 Facts About Me video, which was 2 weeks ago. Anyway, so I'm going to share what happened and I hope you learned something from this. So it wasn't that long ago, probably about 1 or 2 years ago, me and a couple of my friends, we went to the park. It was in summer and basically it was like our favourite park, like we'd always go there for everything. I used to play in there a lot, it was really fun, it was a good park, I miss going there. But there was this little opening near a field and we always used to go through there, but this one time was specifically dangerous. There was about 9 or 10 of us who actually went to the park, but only about 6 who came in, because some people were actually scared of it, like about what had happened, because there were all these stories go around that people have been murdered in there. But anyway, like 6 of us didn't care and we went in there anyway. I'm not going to name names, but there were 2 girls, including me, and then 4 boys. What happened kind of was our fault, because we knew we shouldn't have been in there. We knew it was private property, but we went in there anyway, so it kind of is our fault. But when you first go in, there's like a massive field and you have to run across it really quickly in case you get spotted. And then across that there's like a massive bush, like about that big, but it wasn't actually a bush, because when you was near there was a path that was going down like that, and you had to kind of walk down it, like just kind of jump sort of and then walk down it. And then as soon as you cross that part, there's like a river and there's like these kind of stepping stones. You kind of just jump over them and then climb up the hedge and then you're on the other side. As cool as it seems, it was really dangerous. We kind of went over there without any objective or any mission, which we usually go there for because we know it's dangerous. But there was always this special log that we always crossed to get to the other part of the river, because once you crossed that river there was another river up above. And once we went to that river there was always like these 2 things, like logs, and we had to walk over them. But this specific time they weren't there and we didn't know what to do, but then we had to think. And there was one of them archer things, you know, them circle target things. Yeah, they were quite big and quite thick, and we thought if we could have one of them we could maybe put it in the river and jump over across with that. And in the middle of the 2 rivers there was like a massive field to your right, and if you go to that field that's where they do all the archery and stuff. Anyway, so we needed like somehow to sneak from the side of the river to the field. It was quite a difficult thing to do, but we managed to somehow do it. There were people in there playing archery, so it was twice as hard to get the target that we needed to jump over. So we figured 2 of us should go over there and get the archery target. So I went because I'm quite strong and I was able to carry it, but I also needed someone else to help me. So I think one of the boys went as well. They told us how to sneak from one bush to the other, and then obviously there wasn't many bushes there, so we had to kind of improvise and kind of sneak up and the target we needed was right behind someone who was playing archery, and it was the most riskiest thing we'd ever done. So we had to go as quickly and as quietly as we could. It was really heavy and it was made of hay. It was like about that thick and like bigger than this camera, so I couldn't even show you how big it was. But I had to lift it up and then we both rolled it away to the other part of the field really carefully. Luckily we didn't get caught, which was the good thing. And then we rolled it all the way to the other river where everyone was waiting for us to come back. We rolled it all the way back to the river, then we had to dump it in the actual river. So we then crossed that river, and then above us there was a massive field, like a little opening, and that led to the holly field. Anyway, we went and we played around there for a little bit, and we were actually going in there to solve something that had been going on through there. Basically there was a rumour going around that it was called Dead Man's Creek because some man called John died in there. And I know it's the police's job, but we basically went in there to see if we could find anything to help with this person who had been murdered. Unfortunately, we didn't find anything. We found a jacket, but you know, that could have been anyone's. When I think back on it then, I thought we should have taken the jacket because it actually could have led to solving what would have gone on in there. In fact, it did go on in there, and it did, and we probably would have found his jacket, which could probably have led to the closing of the case. But I hope that somebody else had found it and they've gone to the police about it, and then this case probably would have been solved. But it was actually on the way back over. We crossed the first river on the way back, and we were going past the field to get to the other one. And the person who was in the field where we got the arch thing from, the man had actually moved closer, and one of the boys trod on a twig and it caught his attention. And he turned around and he saw us. And he started running towards us, and he had his bow and arrow in his hand like that, and he was about to shoot us. If you ask me, I think he was doing it for scare, and he probably wouldn't have done it, but, you know. But basically, I was like the second to last person to try and get over, but the person in front of me, they knocked the stepping stones over. So me and someone else, we couldn't get back over. And we ended up splitting up, and I ran into this massive clearing, and then she ran off into the other direction. She had to run further. Thankfully, he didn't come back and he didn't kill anyone, and he just walked off back into the field and started playing again. Anyway, so he called up and asked if we were hurt. I wasn't hurt, but I didn't know if my other friend was hurt, because he might have been hurt, and I really don't know. I didn't know at the time, I know now, and he wasn't shot. He was absolutely fine. But they came back for us, and they moved the stepping stones over, and we climbed up and we managed to escape. And the other 3 people, they were outside waiting for us. We told them everything what happened, and we was there for about another 15 minutes, and then we basically went home. Basically, after that, what happened was we were a bit noisy, and we had decided to go and pay our attempted murderer a visit. Basically, me and about 2 other boys, we went up to where the basketball players were, and then where the wall was, there was like a little hole, and we could see across the field who was there. And when we were in there, we shouted, well, one of the boys shouted, "Hey you," really loudly. And he then said after that, "Basketball players are a pile of shit." Sorry if there are like small children watching this video or anything else, but that is basically what he shouted across the field. And then he started charging us again with the bow and arrow, and we then had to turn back and run across back to the field where everyone else was. At the time it was funny, we were laughing so hard because we'd wound him up, and then he started running towards us again, trying to kill us. But hey, we got our own back, and it was a fun day, but there was consequences to that, and we probably would have got killed if we hadn't ran. But anyway, that's this week's story time finished. I hope you guys liked it. If you want more story times, give us a thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys next week. P.S. This video might be a little bit late up because the day this is posting is the day we're going on holiday. So I will talk to you guys soon. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching.